Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I appreciate you and the ranking member for holding this hearing today. And I'm from Ohio as well, so certainly have a long history with chemical manufacturing as a whole. You said Lubrizol, for example, Mr. Corkwell started in Cleveland, Ohio, so I certainly will direct a lot of my conversation towards you. And Akron, where I'm from, born and raised and represent, was formerly the rubber capital of the world. And so we have a long history of manufacturing, particularly rubber manufacturing, and today the Sustainable Polymers Tech Hub is based in my district, continues that, and we're very proud of that work. The Polymer Industry Cluster is researching these sustainable polymers to scale up production and promote workforce development, and it's been supported by more than $80 million in federal and state investments, much of it from this committee, which I'm very proud to sit on as well. And so certainly our community's hard work and talent has produced a lot of the economic growth and continues to attract investment, but while our labor may be for sale, our health is not. And decades of inadequate regulation over these chemical industries means that everyone in Akron has a friend or family member with a cancer story. In fact, studies like ProPublica has shown that neighborhoods in Akron, like Summit Lake, and Kenmore continue to pose lifetime cancer risks from industrial pollution that are nearly twice the EPA's acceptable levels. Now, I understand and I appreciate the need to get products to market. Without that innovation and those products getting to market, we would not have the history that we have. But unfortunately, that good history comes with some bad. And you made a comment, and I just lost my notebook. Oh, there goes. Mr. Corkwell, that it's really nice when you get it right, but when you get it wrong, it's really bad. But you didn't mention about what happens when you get it wrong. And sometimes you all get it wrong. So for example, in Ohio, there's been 422 enforcement cases under the Toxic Substance and Control Act, resulting in nearly $27 million recouped from responsible parties from federal penalties. And it's been very critical, also outside of my district in East Palestine, from the train derailment where we saw polyurethane released into the atmosphere, in the air, and in the water. But that's just one of the only examples. Mr. Chair, I'd like to request unanimous consent to enter into the record a September 24th, 2025 article from Cleveland.com regarding an incident that took place just an hour north of my district. According to the article, on September 16th, the Lubrizol facility in Avon Lake accidentally released 20 pounds of polyurethane into a nearby creek and failed to notice the leak. And Lubrizol failed to notice the leak and only responded to it after a local resident notified its town officials.
So ordered.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I'm going to guess that that spillage into bodies of water does not fall into the company's specific use cases that you're advocating for. So, Mr. Corkwell, did Lubrizol submit research to EPA that assessed the health and environmental risks of dumping 20 pounds of polyurethane into a creek? And are you currently reimbursing Avon Lake for the full cost of the response to this?
Thank you for your question. I can't comment specifically on the case there, but what I can tell you is Lubrizol believes very strongly in safety. We start every meeting of every day with safety. We start every day in every plant with safety discussions. The incident you talk about in Avon Lake, the 20 pounds that were released from the facility, I know they were very quickly cleaned up and it was responded to, but more importantly, Lubrizol learns the lessons from these to try to make sure that none of these incidents can happen again. There can be no further releases. This is something that is a core bedrock of our company, is to try to be better every day, particularly when it comes to safety.
Thank you, Mr. Corkwell. I think that you and all of the industries present and witnesses believe in safety, as do I. And as a member of this committee from Ohio, I am shocked that you weren't prepared to answer that question. It's not a surprise. This just happened in September. And to me, that makes me concerned about your preparation for this committee, makes me less confident in your preparation in dealing with companies and spills. That was an alley-oop. That was an easy one. We like basketball references in Ohio and Akron too. So, it's no question that our community wouldn't be what it is today without industry, and certainly we want to work with you, and I hope that you don't take my line of questioning as I don't want your industry to thrive or survive because I want it to, but I really want my community to survive and thrive as well. So thank you for your response. Hopefully you'll be willing to give us more answers so I can, even though I don't represent the folks from Avon Lake, I do recognize, and we learned this from East Palestine, pollution knows no geographic bounds, and so we look forward to your response, and thank you, Mr. Chair. I yield back.